Costa Coffee employs Gennaro Policia as a coffee taster, who has had his tongue insured for £10 million since 2009. Johnny Cash took only 3 voice lessons before his teacher advised him to stop taking lessons and to never deviate from his natural voice. There is an island called Just Enough Room, where there's just enough room for a tree and a house. People who post their fitness routine on Facebook are more likely to have psychological problems. Medieval chastity belts are a myth. A great majority of examples now existing were made in the 18th and 19th centuries as jokes. Nowadays, millionaires with just $1 million aren't considered wealthy anymore by most Americans. Now, the typical American sees at least $2.4 million as wealthy. Hanna-Barbera pitched the Flintstones to networks for 8 weeks before it was finally picked up. It became the first ever animated show to air during prime time. There is a company that sells mirrors that make people look 10 pounds thinner. Overall, the mirrors have contributed to 54% of total sales for retailers that use it. There's no period in Dr. Pepper. It was removed because the old logo font made it look like D. Pepper. There is an underwater version of rugby, unsurprisingly called underwater rugby. It is a contact sport between 2 teams of 6 competing underwater in a pool to score goals while freediving. Standing around burns calories. On average, a 150-pound person burns 114 calories per hour while standing doing nothing. Although GPS is free for the world to use, it costs $2 million per day to operate. The money comes from American tax revenue. In World War II, Germany tried to collapse the British economy by dropping millions of counterfeit bills over London. The human eye is so sensitive that, if the earth were flat and it was a dark night, a candle's flame could be seen from 30 miles away. 15. When Space Invaders was created, Tomohiro Nishikado left in the lag caused by more invaders on the screen in order to create greater difficulty in the games.
All information gathered in this video has come from a range of sources, and all footage, music, images, of information used in this video completely belongs to the copyright owners. All information is correct at the time of publishing. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.